Yeah,
That's
I mean,
mad.
let me explain. And
Oh, Reg, we're gonna only hear from you. What is the explanation? We want to know. Like a Lannister must pay his debts. Spurs fan must pay their debts, bro. You ran your mouth. You said you're
first and foremost,
under the same system. You came out with your chest. You came out with your chest saying you're going to win Champions League and Premier League, and you already knew what kind of football you're going to get from Conte because you saw it last season.
Yeah, of course.
Don't come out with the style of football because under this style of football and this manager, you're the one that predicted the Champions League win or Premier League.
I mean, so for me, first and foremost, let it be known that I predicted an Arsenal win live on this show this time last week because I could see the football from my team. But look, there's a lot of things going on. I can see Northside, I can see Brandon pumping their chest. So I explain. First and foremost, we got to accept that this is a freak season for Arsenal. The way that you, man, are working and doing things, you guys are performing week in, week out. We established last week that your team on paper is not better than any of the top six, but you guys happen to be performing. And we know that the reason for this performance is because you guys are having the best season that you've ever had in the Premier League because it's a freak season, similar to what Leicester City done. Tottenham, on the other hand, is having a crap season. We're having completely the opposite season to you, man. And the thing is, I wanted Spurs to lose. I wanted Spurs to lose because I want Conte out. This is what happens when you put weight on Mickey Mouse trophies. I've been saying it and I'll keep saying it. The reason why Tottenham is where they are is because we started listening to some of you fans, Northside, what about a trophy? Brandon, what about a trophy? And in that quest, decided to go and get trophy winners and to forsake our own football for Mickey Mouse trophies in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. But really, it's about finishing in a Champions League spot and going for the big prizes, the Premier League and Champions League. And we're paying the price and we're suffering. The truth of the matter is, Tottenham got Conte. We're not ready to spend the money that Conte needs to get the job done. And therefore, we need a different type of manager. But this thing here ain't working. And it ain't a surprise. The system don't work with the players that he's got. He wants new players. The club don't want to spend money because he's not prepared to sign a contract. They don't want to spend the money because he's not prepared to sign a contract because we don't want to buy players and then this guy darts off in the summer. So it's a catch-22. So right now, you're right. It's a mess. The board's a mess. The manager's a mess. The players are a mess. And guess what? Even the fans are a mess. However, despite all of this mess, that style of football suits Europe more than it suits the Premier League. And I told you here live and direct on the show that I don't give a damn if we don't finish in the top four anymore, provided we win the Champions League. Now, nobody can tell me anything about the Champions League. Deji, do you still believe that you can win the Champions League playing this dead football? Yes, of course I do. Because we're still in it, Taras. When we're not in it, then you can tell me something. But right now, we are in it. And I reckon that Conte, with his jammy self, could pull off a miracle in the Champions League and us bring it back. But as for the league goals, it's done. And it's already over. I don't want to hear from you, Northside or Brandon, sitting on the fence like Humpty Dumpty, sat on the wall and staying on the wall. I don't want to hear that crap. We know it's done, innit? You, man, have won the league. I told you from 11 games, 10 games, 11 games in, that I can see a Leicester City happening. And can I just say, you know, we are saying the right shit on this channel when Gary Neville is quoting me. Gary Neville quoted, man, when he made the reference to Leicester. But I've been saying that for months on this show.
Nah.
So it is what it is. No, I have been, Brandon. Don't try and rob
me. No. I'm not saying you ain't. I'm not saying you ain't. What I think Gary Neville, and to a certain degree yourself, is very disrespectful to say that this is a Leicester City. Because, yes, nobody saw it coming. But are you telling me that Arsenal can't maintain competing for the league for the next 3, 4, 5 years?
Brandon, you see how you, man...
We're building something, bro. You're crumbling.
You, man, and everyone in the chat
we're building.
are quick to say that I'm delusional. you know already that your squad is not a Premier League title winning squad. You know that. So therefore, it means that you, man, are having a freak season. It happens in football. Leicester done it in 2015. Arsenal's doing it in 2023. I don't believe... Look, I think what happens after this season, after you win the league, is that normal service is resumed. Normal service is resumed. You, man, are in the Champions League. You get slapped up in it, and you don't do jack in the Prem. That's what I think.
Okay, so you're saying right now, let me say this, yeah? You made your prediction knowing you wasn't happy with the style of play by Conte. You know that your board doesn't back your manager and give him the resources that is needed. You know that Conte will flip out if he's not given those resources, yeah? Yet you still made your prediction. Now, you want me and Brandon, yeah, to sit here, yeah, and you think I'm going to be a filo da puta, I'm going to be stupid enough, I'm going to be a stupido to say that we're going to win the league when I know that we have no adequate rotation in midfield. We have no adequate rotation for a striker. We have no rotation adequately for the wingers, yeah? And you're telling me, and we have no adequate right-back rotation either, apart from Ben White. Other than Ben White, there's nobody else as good as him on the right back position. Yet you want me to put my chest out and say that. This is why I said to you, do you want to take that statement back? Because when you can see that there's a lot of things at your club that need to be rectified and haven't been rectified, like Arsenal going up there, we're 17 days in the transfer window and we're yet to sign someone, and now we're playing scattergun approach for players that we're trying to panic and get. How can I come out with chest? At the end of the day, I'm not stupid enough, and I've been watching football long enough that a squad, a team wins the league, not just a starting 11. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to come up with my chest. The manager's doing very well.
Can I just...
With the players, I'm not going to come out with my chest, bro, because you knew that there was a high chance that Tottenham wouldn't back Conte. Yet you predicted Champions League winning or the Premier League.
I just want to dissect. I just want to dissect a little bit, right?